Thank you.
Take good care of this.
That was very helpful. Thank you. That was very helpful.
I'll take good care of this.
Thank you.
Go get him. Here we go. Mahina! Sorry. Let's go. Mahina! Got it! Right! Mahina! Whoops! I'm hit! Let's go! Acta! Here we go! Mahina! Time to finish this! Let's go! Come on then! Over here! Right! Acta! Ouch! That's the stuff! Let's go! Mahina! Here we go! That's the stuff! Right! Huh? Mahina! Here we go! Mahina! Oops! Here we go! That's the stuff! My prey awaits! Acta! Right! Mahina! Time to finish this! My prey awaits! Wahoo! Come on then! Over here! Let's go! Come on then! Here we go! Come on then! This is bad! That's the stuff! I'm hit! Let's go! That's the stuff! Right! That's the stuff! Let's go! Mahina! Ouch! That's the stuff! Here we go! That's the stuff! Right! That's the stuff! My prey awaits! Let's go! That's the stuff! Here we go! That's the stuff! Let's go! That's the stuff! Right! Go on then! Let's go! That's the stuff! My prey awaits! That's the stuff! Let's go! Action! My prey awaits! Come on then! Let's just finish this! Here we go! Wahoo! Come on then! My prey awaits! Action! Here we go! Mahina! My prey awaits! Wahoo! Action! Let's go! That's the stuff! Here we go! Come on then! Right! Come on then! Over here! Here we go! Come on then! Let's just finish this! My prey awaits! Come on then! Stay awake. Go on then. Let's go. That's the stuff. This is bad. Action! Ouch! That's the stuff. Whoops! Here we go. Huh? That's the stuff. Here we go. Come on then. Right. That's the stuff. Ouch. That's the stuff. My grip. Ouch. That's the stuff. Here we go. That's the stuff. Whoops. Let's go. Come on then. Let's just finish this. My break. Mahina! Right. Come on then. Let's go. Come on then. Ow! Good job.
That was very helpful. Thank you. Thank you. That was very helpful.
I'll take good care of this.
Thank you.
I'll take good care of this.
Thank you. That was very helpful.
I'll take good care of this. Take good care of this. I'll take good care of this. I told Gil I'd find words for the song he composed, but inspiration hasn't struck me just yet. But I'm sure I'll find the words eventually. I just have to keep going until I do. Now then, this town looks like a fine place to stop on my journey.
Goddess, lend me your strength.
Huh?
Well, I'll be. Not even Tansy can budget.
This is all your fault for wanting to take a shortcut, Tansy. We wouldn't be in a rush if you hadn't overslept, Rico. We were already pressed for time because the ship was late, and now this thing won't budge. See, Coda, if pushing doesn't work, why don't we pull?
Let's give it a try!
Wait! late! Just what do you think you're doing?
Sorry.
Improvisation! I love it! That's the true spirit of comedy.
How can you be so calm, boss? Everyone will laugh at us if we perform without our wagon and props.
Then I'll consider it a success. Not even gold shines brighter than a smile.
Come on, there's gotta be something we can do. Oh, think. Oh, goddess, dear goddess.
Pardon me, but I know a way to get your wagon moving again.
Really? Are you from around here?
No, I'm just a traveler. Would you happen to have a sturdy stick lying around?
Rico, Coda, could you help this woman find what she needs?
Will this do?
You can't be serious. That's Coda's flute.
I see. Just wait right here then. I'll go find one.
Thank you. That was very helpful. That was very helpful.
Whee! Look at that. Guess this area is a shipyard.
How dare you try to pawn off that miserable vessel on me?
What? I assure you, sir.
That wretch is the legendary shipwright's apprentice? Unbelievable. Simply unbelievable.
You have my sincerest apologies, sir. I had no idea.
And that ridiculous sum she asked. Does she not even know the market value of a ship?
You have the right of it, sir. Unbelievable. Ridiculous.
Pah! This has been a colossal waste of my time. I am furious. Furious! Good day, sir.
Wait! Please!
The apprentice of a legendary shipwright, eh? My merchant's nose is tickling. It's the sin of commerce.
Now, if we just put this stick right here, and... up you go!
We did it! Oh my goddess!
I don't know who you are, kid, but we owe you one.
Don't mention it. I learned a lot playing in the mud growing up.
You're stronger than you look. What's your name?
Agnea. Agnea Bristarni.
Bristarni. Well, in any case, we owe you a debt of gratitude, Agnea. We're a roaming band of entertainers. We call ourselves Giselle's Traveling Troupe.
Whoa! That dove appeared out of thin air!
I'm glad you like it. In my eyes, not even the shine of gold compares to that of a smile. That's why the girls and I travel the world, hoping to make it shine. Bringing smiles to every corner of the realm. That's our motto.
How wonderful! I'm a dancer. I'm on a journey to become a star.
That's fantastic! Right, Rico? Coda?
You're a woman with dreams, Agnea. A star is someone who illuminates people's lives. She makes them smile in the best and worst of times. She's there, come rain or shine. It's a feat that only those who keep getting up on stage can achieve.
Yes, ma'am.
Boss, it's almost time for rehearsal.
Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? I hope we meet again someday, my dear dreamer.
We'll be putting on a show later. If you have time, why don't you come see it? I promise it'll make you smile.
I can't even imagine what sort of show brings smiles to every corner of the realm. I could learn a thing or two from them. I better hurry. Wouldn't want to miss it. What do we do now?
This is my fault. I should have been keeping an eye out.
I guess we should start looking.
Oh, Agnea.
Is something wrong? What happened to your show?
We have a runaway.
A runaway? You mean your dove? Don't worry, I'll help you find it. No, it's not the dove. It's Boss. But what? What do you mean?
Sometimes her nerves get to her before a show. But we have to bring her back. We can't perform without our leading lady. Oh, goddess.
Let me help. I don't quite understand why she's run away, but... we have to find her. For the audience's sake.
Thank you, Agnea. Thank you!
Giselle, there you are.
Well, if it isn't the dreamer.
Your troop said you ran away. Did something happen?
It all disappeared. Every line I was supposed to say just vanished. My mind went completely blank during rehearsal. Imagine if that happened in a real performance. It's happened before, and every time, I just ran away. I'm not meant for this stage anymore. My life as a performer is over.
Giselle. But what about your audience? They've been looking forward to your show.
I envy the sea. It has no worries. It feels no pain. It must be nice, not being swayed by anyone. Sometimes I wish I could just sink to the bottom of the ocean and rest there peacefully, like a seashell.
Giselle, you said you wanted to be a seashell, right? But you can't. You can't just go giving up like that.
Giving up?
Life ain't always easy. Everybody knows that. But making people smile? That's why you and I live and breathe.
Agnea. Oh! What happened to your feet? They've got calluses all over. Don't tell me. You got all those from dancing? I can't imagine how much that hurt. And at your tender age.
These are nothing. They were worth it to bring smiles to people's faces. So chin up, Giselle. Even if you forget your lines, you just learn them again. Believe in yourself. You can do anything you set your mind to. A star is someone who illuminates people's lives, right? So even if you stumble, you just have to get back on your feet.
Just get back on your feet, huh?
It's high time you came out of your shell, Giselle. Besides, you're not a seashell. You're a shiny pearl. And I think the world could use your radiance.
Agnea. You're right. I have to get back on my feet.
That's the spirit. Now let's go.
while journeying across the land with our trusty wagon. We arrived here, on Tropu Hopu. We've come to shine upon the flowers in your hearts, that they may bloom into smiles. We are Giselle's traveling troupe, bringing smiles to every corner of the realm.
I can't thank you enough, Agnea. You helped us get our wagon out of the mud and even helped Boss find her courage again.
I'm sorry. I got worked up, so I might have gotten a little carried away.
You don't need to apologize. We're grateful to you. She puts on quite the show, doesn't she?
She sure does.
Boss's bad habit of running away had our troop constantly on the move. But when she stands upon that stage, she shines brighter than anyone. What sort of spell did you cast on her, Agnea? I've never seen her this radiant before. Praise be the goddess for this day.
Thank you, thank you. It warms my heart to see you all smile like this. Now then, there's someone I'd like to introduce to you all. I owe a great deal to her for setting me on the right path. Please welcome Agnea, the traveling dancer.
Me?
That's your cue.
Show us a dance, will you?
If you insist. Watch me shine.
I want to thank everyone for our successful show tonight, and Agnea for touching my heart.
Your heart?
I can say without a doubt that you'll bring happiness to people the world over.
Do you really think so?
I agree. You're going to be a star someday.
Speaking of stars, that reminds me of Dulcinea.
I think Agnea here can outshine even that superstar. You've got a real talent for making people smile.
I don't know what to say.
But we won't go down without a fight. We're going to keep practicing. We have to, for the Grand Gala.
The Grand Gala?
It's the greatest festival on the Eastern Continent. Entertainers and dancers from all across the realm gather there. Standing upon that stage is the greatest honor there is for performers like us.
Wow, that sounds like a dream come true. Well, my mind's made up. I'm going to that gala.
You too, Agnea?
I just have a feeling that I need to be there if I'm going to be a star. Which is why I have to go. Woohoo!
I remember now why your name sounds so familiar. You've got the same last name as Kwani Bristarni, the star from the west.
You knew my mother?
I see. So you're her daughter. I heard about her when I went to the town of Sai in the west for a show. They said she danced there about 20 years ago. She was well loved by everyone, just like you.
I had no idea. I think I'd like to see this town for myself. I might be able to learn something about my mother there.
There's still time before the gala this year. It might not be a bad idea to pay that place a visit.
I believe I will. Thank you, Giselle.
Agnea, you gave me more courage than I've ever had before. But I haven't been able to give anything to you in return.
Giselle... That's not true. You've all given me so much.
So, then I'm happy. Good luck on your journey, Agnea. No matter what happens, keep smiling. If you do, happiness is sure to find you.
Those are beautiful words. Would you mind if I use them in a song?
It'd be my honor.
Boss, we're ready to go!
Looks like this is goodbye for now, Agnea. May the goddess be with you.
See you! Safe travels, everyone. I'll see you at the Grand Gala.
I look forward to it already.
Just please don't run away this time, boss.
Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. And even if I stumble, I just have to get back on my feet. Right, Agnea?
Right.
Turn around and leave.
You won't find anything here but an incomplete ship.
Lucky for me, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Excuse me?
The name's Particio. I'm a merchant from that big old western continent. Mind if I take a gander at your work?
This ship is not for sale.
Ooh-wee. This is what that rich fellow was complaining about, costing an arm and a leg.
He asked me my price, so I told him. Nothing more to it.
Well, how much is this here tub? I'm mighty curious myself now.
100,000 leaves. But I already said it wasn't for sale. If you have a problem with that, you can just go home.
So that's the miserable vessel, huh? Half finished and left high and dry for a while by the looks of it. My merchant sense is tingling. This here ship's a must-buy. 100,000, huh? I've got enough capital on me to buy it if I wanted to. All that's left is to convince that shipwright to sell.
Thank you.
A 100,000 leaves? Wait, does this mean...
You betcha. I want to buy that ship of yours.
I get it now. You're just another one of them.
Huh?
You only want it because you heard the rumors, right? That my vessel is the last work of my master, the legendary shipwright. Sorry to disappoint you, but it wasn't my master who designed this ship. It was me.
Your point?
I'm trying to tell you that it's worthless, unsaleable, just the brainchild of a mere disciple. Everyone I've told that to has, to date, immediately stomped off in a huff.
Well, I don't much care who designed your ship, ma'am. Truth is, I fell in love the second I saw it.
Even though she's incomplete? You're no shipwright. You've got no reason to appreciate her.
You got me dead to rights. I couldn't tell stem from stern. But I know a deal when I smell one. And my merchant's intuition is hollering at me to buy, buy, buy.
You're willing to gamble that much money on a mere hunch?
When I was just a chickadee, I practiced my appraisal skills by watching silversmiths day in and day out. I learned how to recognize well-maintained tools despite the patina of wear and tear. How to see the calluses on artisans' hands is proof of their dedication and talent. I can see the same spirit and skill in you, ma'am. You're a first-class artisan, or my name ain't Particio. That's why I'm sure that any tub you make is gonna turn out sensational.
You're the first person who's ever complimented these shop-worn hands of mine.
Well, they say a true masterwork is imbued with a spirit, a voice. Can you hear it now? I'm raring to gallop across the ocean waves faster than a frisky stallion. That's what your vessels shout. So please, sell me this fine ship of yours.
No. I already told you, it isn't for sale.
Oh, shucks.
Not yet, anyway. Mind waiting until I've made it something worth selling?
Huh?
From here on out, I'm going to work like a woman possessed to finish this ship. It'll take some time, of course. Will you wait for me?
You bet your hide I will.
Then it's settled. I'll use this money to buy the materials I need and hire a team of skilled shipwrights to assist me. I never thought I'd see the day I could finally set out to complete her. My master praised me for the first time when I showed him the blueprints I drew up for this ship. He told me, now I can finally retire with my head held high.
He must have cared deeply for you.
Building this was the final major job he set out to do. But he collapsed soon after we finished the hull. After that, our financiers scattered like a swarm of little spiders. They mumbled platitudes like the future is steamships as they went. The truth is, they didn't think a mere apprentice's ships would sell. My master's other apprentices started slipping away soon too, one after the other. It was ridiculous, infuriating. Soon, I just gave up making ships altogether.
Well, once people get a whiff of this beauty, the investors will stampede back here like a herd of cattle.
I hope so. But even if they don't, I'll keep on practicing my craft. There are people out there who will appreciate me and my works for what they are. Like you, Particio. Now then, all that's left is to give her hull a fresh coat of paint and sew a sigil into her sails. Any particular requests? Is this what you want?
Oh, that's perfect.
There. She's all finished.
Oh, she's even more beautiful than I dreamed she'd be.
She's yours now, Particio. Go on. Give her a name.
A name, huh? Let me see. Got it! From this day forward, I dub her the Grand Terry.
What?
She may be my ship, but she's got your soul. That's why I gave her your name, Terry. Here's hoping she's the first of many of her kind.
This is a first for me. I'm not really sure what to say. Go and cast off already, you rogue. Let her see the world.
You got it. Thanks, Terry. I'll be sure to treat her right.
So this is Winter Bloom. According to my treatment log, I've been here before. I have no memory of that visit, of course, and yet I am at ease here.
It can't be. Castti! Castti, is that you?
What's all this ruckus?
She's back! Miss Castti is back!
Castti? No kidding?
Welcome back, dear. We were all hoping to see your face around here again.
Excuse me, but you recognize me?
Huh? What are you saying? How could I forget you after all you did for us?
Oh, forgive me, but I have lost my memories. I came here in hopes of finding something that would jog my memory.
Well, we'd all be happy to talk your ear off if it helps.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Just say the word, Miss Castti. I'd be happy to chat for hours.
Though, come to think of it, Lady Rosa was the one closest to you.
Rosa.
She's ruler of these lands. You'll find her in her manor in the northwest of town.
Thank you for all your help. I'll go see her at once.
if I must. On your guard. Prepare yourself. Now it begins. Here I come. You've been exposed. Too slow. Prepare yourself. My turn. Allow me. Now I fight for my friends. It ends here. I still have much to learn. You still have much to learn. I look forward to using this.
Oh my! If it isn't Castti!
This person seems to recognize me as well. I apologize for the sudden intrusion, but I would like to request an audience with Lady Rosa.
Word of your coming has already reached us. This way, please.
Thank you.
Castti, good to see.
Please be at ease, Lady Rosa.
Just Rosa will do. No need for formality between old friends. So it's true. You really don't remember.
There's time for that later. You need medicine. I'll...
No need. I already have some. This is the medicine you prepared for me.
It is?
Dozens of apothecaries saw me before you came. They all declared me incurable. lost cause. But you were different. I owe my life to your fortitude and skill.
Oh, I'm glad to hear I was able to help you. Would you allow me to examine you? The medicine appears to be slowing the disease's progress, but your entire body is showing signs of mild paralysis. At this rate, you won't last another month.
I'm aware. Only a few grains of sand remain in my hourglass. Yet, I wish to live just a little longer.
Rosa.
Mother, I've brought your medicine. Castti? It's me, Malia! It's been so long! I've gathered balm leaves from the herb garden every day, just like you told me.
Garden? What garden?
The one you planted for us, for Mother.
A garden? With the right herbs, I may be able to craft a special elixir for Rosa. Would you show me to this garden of yours?
It would be my pleasure. The garden is next to the house. I'll go ahead and unlock it.
Rest easy, Rosa. I'll be back soon.
Castti, how is Lady Rosa?
I won't mince words. She doesn't have long. Nevertheless, she's fighting with all her strength to hold on.
Lady Rosa suffers for the sake of her family and her legacy. Malia is still a mere child of 11 years. In the laws of our land, she cannot inherit her mother's estate until she is 12. If the lady perishes before her daughter comes of age, her lands and her title will pass to her next nearest kin.
So Rosa wants to pass on her estate to Malia. That's why she's so desperate. I'll do everything I can for her. I promise you. I'll see that Rosa's hopes do not crumble around her. These plants are well tended.
I've taken care of them every day, Castti, just like you taught me.
You're such a good daughter, Malia.
Thanks.
May I take some cuttings? I need them to mix an elixir for your mother.
Help yourself.
Rosa is growing weaker by the moment. Before long, she'll be completely paralyzed. But I know just the thing for her. Scalebark leaf, snowgrass. Can't forget the bloodberry. You can never have enough bloodberries. I should ask Malia where they are. Thank you. There, that should do it. Thank you, Malia.
Hey, Castti? Is Mother... is she gonna die?
I won't lie to you, Malia. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Thanks for being honest. I've been with her all this time and watched her getting weaker. I expected this. Even after she became bedridden, she still put our town above all else. I want to follow in her footsteps. I want her to know her spirit will live on in me. Why do I have to wait until I'm 12? Oh, rats. I shouldn't have wasted your time while Mother still needs you.
It's all right, Malia. And I promise you, I'll do everything in my power to see your wish comes true. Come on. Your mother is waiting.
Greg, what are you doing here?
Is that a new way to treat a guest? I'm here to see how our dear sickly Rosa's doing. Bad cough, huh? You don't look so good. Worse than the last time I came by. Why not just die already? Don't worry. I'll look after your lands and... Huh? Who in the hells are you?
It's Castti. Don't you recognize her?
Castti? Oh, yes. That healer, one of those heirs apothecaries. You've wasted your time here. Rosa's going to bite it, and there's nothing you can...
Enough! I will not permit you to insult our guest, Greg.
Hey, no need to get all snippy. All I'm saying is...
If you have something to say, you'll address it to me. I am the lady of this house.
Ugh. Fine. I've had my fill of this place for today anyway. Speaking of which, I'm a guest in your house too. You can at least see me to the door.
Very well. If you'll follow me.
Lady Malia, are you sure?
Of course. I shall handle this.
Damn. Why'd that healer have to show up now?
I am sorry you had to see that. Greg is my nephew. He's not a bad man. He simply wants to change this town for the better. Yet, he is too hasty. He plans to force his vision upon the people, and in his hurry to help, ignores their needs.
So that's why you're so desperate to have Malia inherit your title.
Forgive me, but I think I need to rest now.
Rosa, I've made an elixir for you. It should ease your pain. Here, drink deep.
Thank you, Castti. I'm already feeling better.
I recommend you get some rest. Sleep will aid the medicine in its work.
You haven't changed one whit, Castti. What was it that you always said? Ah, yes. I only wish to extend a helping hand to all in need. Even without your memories, you are still the same old Castti.
Rosa.
Castti, if I may have a word. I found this out front.
A letter?
Apothecary, we have Malia. If you ever want to see her again, come to the tavern in the Thieves' Quarter. Alone.
Malia.
I've searched the whole manor and there's no sign of her anywhere. Oh dear. Oh dear. What will I tell Lady Rosa?
Where is the tavern they spoke of in the letter?
On the north side of town. But the Thieves' Quarter is too dangerous. People get robbed there. You can't mean to...
I do. I intend to rescue her.
But...
Stay with Rosa and don't worry about me. I can take care of myself.
Castti...
Malia.
Now, not another step.
What have you done to Malia?
Oh, don't worry about her. I'm a pacifist at heart. I gave her a little something to put her to sleep.
What do you hope to gain by this treachery?
Oh, that's easy. I want you to stop ministering to Rosa and get out of my town.
You want that title that badly?
I'm a visionary. I'm going to turn this backwater burg into a thriving metropolis, like Clockbank. But that fool Rosa is too stuck in the past to see the future. Eventually, I started thinking I could do a better job than her. I could change this town.
You would pressure her now, when she's battling a mortal illness?
It's for her own good. She should give the town to me and retire so she can focus on recuperating. I've almost got her convinced, but you're going to ruin all my hard work. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. Leave, and I promise I'll send Malia home.
Ugh. Blah, blah, blah. Could you shut up already? Let's get to the point. You want this busybody gone, right? There's an easier way to make her disappear.
Hold on. What are you planning?
Depends on what she values more. Her money or her life.
Stop! I hired you to stand there and look menacing, nothing more.
If you walk out that door right now, I'll pretend like none of this ever happened.
Mick! Mac!
Yeah, boss?
Little Miss Tough Girl here's on her way out of town. Show her the boot, and take her purse for the trouble.
Come, Malia.
Here goes. I'm investing in you.
Forgive me, Particio. To work. Repent! Say your prayer!
I'm just getting warmed up. Don't underestimate me. I'm investing in you.
I am in your debt.
My turn.
Darn.
Well now, I have a...
Temenos. I'm waiting.
Oh, shucks. Yeehaw! Let's do it! Sorry about this.
What to do, what to do. I accept these hands. This
many thanks.
Very well. Repent! Keep harm at bay, O sacred seal.
How'd you like that?
Here I come. I fight for my friends. Choose your next move wisely.
Yeehaw! I'm investing in you.
I am in your debt.
What to do, what to do.
I return your wrath twofold.
Very well. Repent! May the sacred flame guide us.
I return your wrath twofold.
Heads up, boss!
Here goes. I'm investing in you.
I owe you. I'll end this. It ends here.
Very well. Be healed.
Sorry about that.
Well now. These hands. I've made my choice.
I return your wrath twofold. Now it begins. It ends here.
I'm just getting warmed up.
thanks.
What to do, what to do.
These hands!
This will make it all right.
Many thanks. Oh dear.
Flames burn bright.
Come on, boys. Get it.
Righto! Righto!
Here I go.
No mercy, only pain.
Poison slash.
Now it begins. Choose your next move wisely.
Yeehaw!
To work. Low, rigid wings. Is that the thought?
Ready for
It
this?
has
But
started.
do
Time to say goodbye.
Could I fall?
I return your wrath twofold. I can still fight. Here.
Never doubted for a second.
Heads up, boss!
Here I go.
I have no mercy, only pain.
A pinch of this.
For a true friend.
Could I fall?
I return your wrath twofold. Prepare yourself. Here.
I owe you, Hikari.
I return your wrath twofold. My friends, I've failed.
What to do, what to do. This will make it all right.
Many thanks, Castti.
How'd you like that?
Can't be.
By the grace of the Blade Bringer.
Apologies,
Kindly,
Temenos.
Temenos.
Well now. This will make it all right.
I owe you. Castti. Here.
Time to get back to work.
Oh dear. Be healed.
I'm grateful, Temenos. Well now, I accept you unhand Malia. Time for your medicine.
I owe you.
Come on, boys. Get it!
Righto! Righto! You got it, boss!
Here I come. My spear does not err. Very well. Lo, rigid wings.
My turn. Poison slash.
Here goes. Take this.
Here I go. No mercy, only fate. Vulnerable, yes?
I'm just getting warmed up. Yeehaw! Let's do it! Simmer down, man.
Now it begins. I fight for my friends. My spear does not err. Where was I? I won't back down. Lo, rigid wings. Fight dirty.
Here goes. It's your shift now, friend.
Oh dear. Come, little lamb. Now it begins.
Choose your next move wisely.
My turn. Poison slash.
Prepare yourself. I'm waiting.
Bring it on. I don't want no trouble.
I return your wrath twofold.
Hikari! This will make it all right.
For a true friend. Where was I?
May the sacred flame guide you.
I return your wrath twofold.
Heads up, boss!
Bring it on. Yeehaw! Let's do it!
Impressive work, Particio. What is this? Soul
Very well.
Repent!
Lo, frigid wind. That's how it's done.
Here I go. This will make it all right.
Many thanks.
Come on, boys. Get it.
Righto! Righto!
Bring it on. I'm investing in you.
Thank you, Particio. Now it begins. Show me your might.
What to do, what to do. This'll cool you down.
To work. Lo, frigid wind. Very good.
Time to say goodnight.
Could I fall?
Yeehaw! Don't underestimate me. I'm investing in you.
Many thanks. Now it begins. I'll end this. Choose your next move wisely.
Here I go. This will make it all right.
Never doubted for a second.
I return your wrath twofold.
Yeehaw! I'm investing in you.
Forgive me, Particio.
My turn. No mercy, only pain.
I'm waiting.
Oh dear.
Repent!
Be healed.
Thank you.
Here goes. I'm investing in you.
Many thanks.
To work. Low, rigid wings.
Here I come. Stay still. I return your wrath twofold.
How'd you like that?
I return your wrath twofold.
Hikari! You're an open book to me.
Can't
Here goes. I don't want no trouble.
Very well. By the grace of the Flamebringer.
I cannot die yet.
Well now. This will make it all right.
Many thanks.
Come on, boys. Get
Righto! Righto! Ready for
It
this?
has
But
no
under
doubt.
Yeehaw! Coming right up.
You're too kind, Patricia. Well now. I extend a helping hand. A pinch of this and...
Thank you kindly.
Where was I? Low, rigid wings. Low.
time to say goodbye.
Temenos. It ends here. My turn. It ends here.
I'm just getting warmed up. Yeehaw! Let's do it! I'm investing in you.
You're too kind, Particio.
I won't back down. Be healed.
That helped. What to do, what to do. Uncan, Malia. Poison slash.
Could I fall?
Here.
Thank you, Hikari. I accept the unhand Maria. This
For a true friend. Prepare yourself. Show me your might.
What to do, what to do.
This'll cool you down.
How'd you like that?
Now it begins. I'm waiting.
What to do, what to do. This will make it all right.
For a true friend.
Come here.
Here.
I owe you, Hikari.
Here I go.
No mercy, only pain.
This will make it all right.
I owe.
Come on, boys. Get it.
Righto, righto. Ready for this fight?
Time to say goodbye.
Could I fall?
Temenos. Here.
Never doubted for a second.
Well now, this will make it all right.
Time to get back to work.
To work.
Be healed.
You have healing hands.
Here I come.
Strike true.
I've got you.
Here goes. Felt that, didn't you?
My turn.
This'll cool you down.
To work.
Low, rigid wings.
My turn.
Strike true. Time to strike.
Yeehaw! Simmer down there.
My turn.
Poison slash.
Now it begins. I'll end. What is this? Soul Getsusen!
Oh dear.
Let's have a look. I'm just getting warmed up. Take this!
What to do, what to do. I'm terribly sorry. Here I go. I have a talent for making do. Time for your medicine.
Thank you kindly, Castti.
Here I come. I'll end this. My spear does not err.
Very well.
Repent!
Flames burn bright.
Here goes. I'm investing in you.
I'm a true friend.
How'd you like that?
Particio!
Unhand Malia. This will make it all right.
Here I come. I fight for my friends. It ends here. Who's next? For the pride of Ku.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
It's not my place to judge you for your crimes. Examine your deeds and your heart, and if you find them wanting, become a better person. Tell Rosa what happened here. Malia, are you all right?
I am now. Thanks, Castti.
Let's go home, shall we? Your mother must be worried.
I cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us, Castti.
I need no thanks. I merely did what was right. Here, your medicine. You'll stay in bed and rest now, understood?
Mother.
Lily.
Yes, my lady.
I thank you for your loyalty to House Glenville.
Lady Rosa, don't leave us.
Greg.
Yes?
I leave our town in your hands. Yours and Malia's both. Listen to our people. Care for them. And make our home a better place.
I will. I promise. So you promise me we'll see it together.
Thank you, Greg. Castti.
Rosa. It looks like Rosa has something she wants to talk about. I should inquire and give her a chance. That was very helpful.
Castti, do you think I'll last until my daughter's birthday?
Be strong, Rosa. You want to live to see Malia follow in your footsteps, right?
I do. But that is only what I want for her as head of my household. What I really want for my child is for her to be happy. When I admit it aloud like that, I find that I no longer care a fiddle about the succession. I just want to live long enough to celebrate her birthday one last time. Nothing more.
Rosa.
Thank you. It's thanks to your skill that I still draw breath.
No, Rosa. It's not my skill that sustained you, but your own strength.
Malia. I have a present for you. I give this to you. The brooch of joy.
You're giving me your brooch?
Happy birthday, my angel.
Thank you, Mother. I'll cherish it always. I promise you, I'll grow up to be a kind and just ruler, just like you. So don't worry about me, Mother.
Malia. When did you get so big? Malia.
Mother. Castti, do you really have to go so soon? I wanted to thank you for everything you did for my mother. I promise you, I'll continue to tend the garden. Those herbs will be used to heal all who need them.
I know you'll be a kind and just leader, Malia.
Oh, I almost forgot to ask. How is Mr. Trousseau?
Trousseau?
He was such a nice man. It'd be lovely to see him again. Oh, don't tell me you forgot all about him too.
I've never heard that name before. I wonder who he could be.
Hey, Mr. Trousseau? Yorna, she died. That makes me really, really sad.
My little sister had a good life.
If Mommy died too,
There, Malia. I'm sure your mother will be better in no time. She has me caring for her, after all.
You're right.
I have to save her. I have to save her. I won't let Malia cry. I can't. I promised Yorna. But Rosa's illness is incurable. And I've only just begun studying the healing arts. Damn it. Damn it. I'm worthless. Worthless! Huh? Who are you people?
Heirs apothecaries. We heard someone named Rosa was in need of healing. And it is our purpose to extend a helping hand to all those in need. I remember now. To extend a helping hand to all those in need. That was our creed. The driving purpose of Heirs Apothecaries. It was in this town I met that young man named Trousseau, but just who was he? It's no use. My memory is a blank. It was something important. I remember that much. But what? I won't remember anything sitting here. I need to continue my journey if I'm to have any hope of recovering what was lost to me. Sigh and Winterbloom. Names discovered in my log, and gleaming waystones to guide me on my journey. Visiting those towns jogged loose forgotten memories. Memories of my life before, of when I was one of Air's apothecaries. And of that rain. Malaya? What are you doing here? It's been a slow process, but I've remembered some of what I'd forgotten. We knew each other once, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Like you, I was part of Air's apothecaries.
Why did you lie to me? Why did you pretend not to recognize me? Tell me, Malaya.
I can't answer that, Castti. The village of Helix. Ring a bell?
Helix? This memory.
I'll be waiting for you there.
Malaya. Helix. Is that where I'll find Air's apothecaries? What happened there? I can't remember. I need to see for myself. It's the only way to remember everything. That was very helpful.